Friday. We have officially made it 3 weeks. I'm so excited that you guys are still hanging with me, that you're still following along in these videos and the workouts that I post every day. So thank you so much for being here. Today, I wore my Radiate Love shirt just to remind me that even though the times are crazy right now, to really put good things out in the universe and radiate love, and hopefully others can feel that from me as well. So let's go ahead and get started. We've got 2 versions of the workout like we post every day. Today, the with equipment version, I can't talk, includes a med ball. So a lot of my clients went ahead and got a wall ball and they have one at home. I know some people don't have wall balls or med balls or a ball at home they can use for this. So you can always substitute everything we're doing for dumbbells and gliders. For instance, the workout is 4 rounds. You've got 75 double unders, 20 med ball cleans, which can be done with dumbbells. You've got 20 roll-ins, which are on the med ball, which can be done with gliders, and then 20 push-ups. RX Plus is going to have the push-ups with your feet elevated on the ball. Obviously, if you didn't have a med ball, you would just do a regular push-up, or you could put your feet on like a bench or something near you. Okay, so that's the with equipment version. Don't feel like you have to run out and buy a ball. You can use dumbbells or whatever you have at your home. With the no equipment version, obviously, we don't have any equipment. So instead of double unders, you're going to do either toe taps or high knees. You're going to be doing 75 of those each round. Then instead of the med ball cleans, we're going to be doing roll-ups. You can actually do these weighted, and it can be done with anything you have in your house. A heavy bag of rice. Some of my people were talking about having 20 pounds of rice at home. Very random. You can do them with your textbooks or a book bag filled with bricks from your garden or whatever you have. Roll-ups can also be done unweighted, so don't feel like you have to have something to use for that roll-up. I'll explain both. And then the push-ups will be, then we'll do the glider kickouts. Again, we talked about the gliders on Wednesday. Gliders here in the gym, I use furniture gliders, so that's what I call them. But you guys at home are going to be using paper plates or paper towels or dish towels or something like that you have easy access to. And then the last one is the push-ups, which will just be done without any equipment. So pretty straightforward. Today we've got kind of a lot to go over. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the med ball clean. Excited that you're here. Oh, right. I was going to go ahead and cut in a video of double unders. I talked about them 2 weeks ago. It talked about how to do singles and how to add in the double unders. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that in to this video. So I have a different outfit on. Surprise, surprise. So that's why you're going to see a little bit of a break in the continuity of the video. So double unders are first, and then after that, we'll be to the med ball clean. Happy you're here. Happy Friday. All right, guys, so double unders can be a super frustrating movement, especially if you're just starting out. I want to talk a little bit about single unders and how to scale the double unders if you need to first. It's a really good idea to master the single under before you start trying to do double unders in your workouts, because it gets really frustrating after about 10 minutes of trying and trying and trying when you just want to throw your rope out the window. So having a really good master on single unders is super important. A couple things you want to remember when you're measuring your jump rope. You want to put it under 1 foot. I like my jump rope longer. I always have. I've been doing this for 12 years. I've always had a rope that's a little bit longer. So usually how you want to measure it is under 1 foot, and you want the rope to come up right about at the armpit. So if it's a little bit shorter, again, that's okay. I like mine a little bit longer. I'll probably get a lot of comments about how I need a shorter rope, but this is how I like to have my rope. But as long as it's coming up around the armpit, if this rope was coming up to my belly button, it'd be too short, especially if you tend on a double under to go out wide with your arms, okay? That shortens up your rope even more and makes it a lot harder. So make sure you have the correct length when you're talking double unders. So first, the single under. When you're doing the single under, and the double under for that matter, I want you to pretend like you're a pogo stick, right? And in a pogo stick, you want to think about jumping up to the sky, not down to the ground, all right? So we like to stay on our toes and work on really getting a good jump through our toes with minimal heel touching, all right? And so if I was doing single unders, I'd want a constant 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 pattern or rhythm to my jumping. Nice and easy, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, okay? You don't want to get that dreaded double jump, okay? Because it makes double unders get a lot harder. So that's the single under. So if you're scaling the workout to singles, let's go ahead and do 100 singles each round instead of the 50 double unders. Next, we're going to talk about double unders. If you're just starting out and double unders are super difficult for you, let's go ahead and cut the number. And I always tell my classes, you can always count your attempts. So if I was doing double unders and I was just getting started, and let's say I get 1 and then I miss 3, and I get 1 and then I miss 3. In class, to keep you going and to keep your intensity high, you would count all the misses. We call those attempts. So it's, even though you're missing, you're still doing the action of the double under, so you get credit for that. If you're awesome at double unders, don't count those attempts. You only get to count the ones that you make. So don't cheat yourself and don't sandbag. So again, counting attempts is fine. You could go down to 10 attempts, all the way up to 25 if you were scaling or needing to scale the workout. If not, you'll be doing 50 double unders. So the point of a double under is to jump a little bit higher than the single and swing the rope twice underneath you. So unlike a single rhythm, 1, 1, 1, 1, in a double under, it's a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You're gonna have to spend some time finding out your own rhythm. I've been doing this for a while. I know exactly my own rhythm. I know when I get tired, how I need to adjust, when I'm faster, how I can adjust. So you're gonna have to learn that. So spend some time in an empty garage or in your basement or somewhere where you can hear the rhythm of your own rope, and you'll be able to hear that whip. So when you're just starting out, I like to do a few singles and then get into the double under. You don't have to do them consecutively. You can do one double under at a time, okay? So if I was gonna do some singles, it would be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, okay? So see how I swing that rope? You can hear the whip in that rope as I swing it underneath me twice. In the workout, you can do single, single, double, or single, double, or however you need to. And then my advanced athletes are gonna be a little bit more consecutive with their double unders, going 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? So that's the double under. All right, guys, now that you've mastered the double under, we're gonna move on to the med ball clean. I'm using a wall ball at the gym. If you were at home, you could be using a dumbbell, a barbell, kettlebell, a long log, a jug of water. Whatever you're using, the concepts of the clean can be used for all of those, right? So it doesn't just apply to the ball, okay? Same thing, big triple extension, shrugging the shoulders, turning the elbows fast. All of that stuff can be applied no matter what apparatus you're using, okay? So we're gonna start on the med ball. Because the ball will start on the ground, you're gonna be a little bit wider with your stance. Right? So if you're using a barbell or dumbbells, you're gonna be in your jumping stance, which is a little bit more narrow. On a ball, you're gonna be a little bit wider to accommodate the ball staying close to you, okay? When you set up for this, your hands are on either side of the ball, your back is flat, your butt is high, and your shins are vertical, okay? Same setup we would use for a barbell or dumbbells, all right? From here, I want you to really focus on driving through the heels, extending the hips violently, and getting a big shrug of the shoulders. Okay, so we're gonna do that again. Again, just thinking about deadlifting that ball up, extending the legs, keeping the arms straight, and shrugging the shoulders. I want you to do that a couple times on your own. It's important that the ball stays close to you and you don't try to bend your arms early, right? There's a saying that we say a lot in the gym: when your arms bend, the power in your hips ends, right? You want your legs to do the work here, and they can only do the work if your arms stay straight, okay? So hopefully you've gotten a few of those shrugs under your belt. Now we're gonna add a little more violent extension with the legs, okay? So we're gonna do the same thing, arms straight. This time we're just gonna jump a little bit, okay? Go ahead and try that a couple times on your own. Making sure arms are staying straight and you're getting that good jump and shrug, okay? At the top of that jump and shrug, you are going to transfer those elbows from that extended position. Your hands are gonna loosely cradle the ball and you're gonna catch it in that front squat position. It may look like a reverse curl, but that is not what we want. You actually kind of loosen your grip on the ball and that grip turns slightly in order for those elbows to drop and that ball to be up at the chest, okay? It's gonna look like this. We're gonna get that big extension, then we're gonna drop under the ball, catching it at our chest. Let's try that again. Ball's on the ground, big jump, catch it under the ball, stand, right? I want you to be aware. So you can see this label on the ball. When I do this, okay, the label is still out towards you. If I was reverse curling, which is not what I want to do, the ball label would then be into me, okay? Notice how that ball went from forward to facing. That's not what I want. I want extension, dropping under that ball, catching it in that front rack position, elbows in, chest high, okay? It's important with that med ball clean that you stand tall after each clean out of that squat, okay? You don't want to let the ball fall to the ground while you're still in that squat. So stand all the way up and then start again, okay? So that's the med ball clean. All right, guys, next is the med ball roll-in. This position is going to start in a plank. Your feet or shins are going to be on the ball, and then you will roll your knees into the chest, maintaining that strict plank, and then back out. Just like any time we're in a plank position, it is so important not to let your belly and hips sag towards the ground. You want to firmly press into the hands, keeping that good plank. Roll those knees into your chest as much as you can, and then back out in that full extension. This is a great movement, not only for your abs, your hip flexors, but also for those shoulders. Those shoulders are probably gonna burn out before anything else does on this movement, okay? So, your hands are gonna be on the ground. Like I said, you're gonna have your top of your feet or your shins on the ball. Both feet are gonna come up, maintaining that plank, not letting yourself sag to the ground, all right? You're gonna think about pulling those knees into your chest as much as you can, and then extending back out, okay? Just pulling in and out, all right? Making sure you're nice and stable, wrist, elbow, shoulder is in line. That's the roll-in. If you are gonna do this with gliders, you can do the same thing, except your feet will be on the gliders, on your toes, maintaining that good plank, rolling the knees in, and then back out, okay? So if you needed to scale that down from the med ball, grab your paper plates or your towels and do the roll-in that way. All right, guys, the last movement on our workout today with equipment is going to be the push-up. You all know the push-up. I've been talking about it a lot. We keep our elbows squeezed in and back to protect the shoulder. Our hands are directly out from our chest. Everything is nice in line, and we keep those thighs and knees off the ground if you're coming from your feet. Today, some of you might want to take on the challenge of the RX Plus version, which is going to have your feet elevated on the ball, or if you're at home and you have a bench or an ottoman or something that you can put your feet up on, you're going to go ahead and give yourself that extra challenge. So I wanted to go ahead and demo that for those of you that wanted to be tackling it today. So remember, feet are going to be on the ball, just like the position we were in for our roll-in, okay? You're going to maintain that good solid plank. Elbows are going to come back. You're going to come all the way down to the chest and then press all the way back up. Elbows in, down, and up, okay? That's going to be the RX version of our push-up. Okay, as we transition into the version of the workout today without equipment, the first thing we're going to do is our roll-up. This is going to be the substitute for the med ball clean. Like I said, you can do this with or without weight. If you were at home and had something heavy that you could use to stand up with, that's going to help a little bit. But if you don't have anything at home and you're just unweighted, that's fine as well. Okay, a couple things. You may find it's harder to get off the ground. You can always use your hands to help, or if you needed to switch this to a weighted sit-up, that's fine as well. All right, so I'm gonna step back here. The roll-up is going to have feet firmly planted. We're gonna start at the top. You're gonna slowly lower yourself down to the floor. You're gonna roll back, and then you're gonna come back up to standing all the way tall. Again, coming down, backwards, and then coming all the way up to standing. For those of you that need a little extra flexibility, crossing your feet actually helps. It doesn't seem like it would, but it gives your hips a little bit more room to stand up. So again, coming down, rolling back, and then crossing your feet to stand tall. Your goal is not to use your arms, but you could always use that if you need it to help push yourself up to standing. Uncross your feet and then go back down for the next one. Okay, so that's the roll up. You can use whatever you need to at your chest to weight you a little bit, or go without weight. All right guys, last but not least on our non-equipment version of the workout is going to be the glider kick out. These are going to be used for the roll-in. I thought I'd switch it up a little bit since we did pike ups on Wednesday. So the glider kick out is going to be another really great ab movement. You're still going to be in a plank. You can be on your forearms. I like that better, but if you wanted to go ahead and stay on your hands, that's fine as well, okay? The gliders are gonna be on your feet, paper plates, dish rags, whatever you have at home. So I'm gonna back up just a little bit, okay? So again, the gliders are gonna go on your toes. You're gonna be in that good plank position. I'm gonna be on my elbows. I'll show you on your feet as well. And for the kick out, you're gonna take that foot out to the side and then back. Other side, out and back, out and back, out and back. Trying to maintain that good plank. If you needed to be up on your elbows, that would be, or excuse me, up on your hands, that would be fine as well. Out to the side, together, out to the side, together. We're gonna go ahead and do each leg as one. So right leg 1, left leg 2, right leg 3, left leg 4. That's how you would count the kick-ups today. And last but not least on our workout without equipment is going to be the push-up. Elbows back, maintain that plank, come from your knees, your feet, or use a band. It's up to you. You guys got this. Good luck. Happy Friday.